This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, the first one was activation and deactivation of open item management in GL accounts. We assumed two scenarios. First scenario is initially your GL account is open item management deactivated. We have to activate it. Second one, your GL account is open item management activated. We need to deactivate this. Now we need to replicate or we need to work out on this scenario both on ECC and on S4 HANA system. Now what I will do, let me log into ECC first. Okay, currently I'm on S4 HANA, but let me go to ECC. I am on ECC system now. Let me go to FS00 GL master record and I'll pick any one GL account, let's say maybe cash and bank account. What is our first scenario? Open item management needs to be activated. So I need to pick a GL account for which there is no open item management. I am going to create three GL accounts. Let me take, let's say under general reserve, not under this, probably tangible, intangible. I'll go ahead with cash and bank. I don't know whose company code is this, but let me change to, there's something called with G, there was one company code, right? What was it?
GSK.
GSK or GSR, I don't know.
GSK.
GSK. Okay. Alright, let me take this GSK company code. In this, I'll take bank accounts, not bank, maybe any one account group where there are less GL account numbers. Let's create under this account bank overdraft. So I'm going to create a GL account. So I'll take this one. I'm going to put OIM01 open item management 01. So for our first scenario, this will not be open item management. This is not open item management. I'll save this. Now I'll create second scenario. GL account number 2. Number 2. In the GL description, I'm going to change this as 2. I'll save this. Next one, third scenario. Account number 3. In the description, I'm going to put 3 and then save it. Clear? 3 GL accounts are created in ECC. Now, first scenario, GL account not activated as open item management. There are no postings. Now we have to activate as open item management. For which, let me log out of S4 HANA first. Let's verify that this GL account does not have any postings. FAGLL03, GL account ending with 1, 231, all zeros 1. Is this the GL account? 231, all zeros 1. Let me click on display mode. This is not open item management as of now. If I run the GL report, let's see what will happen. It shows no items selected, which means currently there are no postings in this GL account. If the GL account is created as non-open item management, if there are no postings yet, are we able to change from the GL master record? Let us verify now. For which, let me go to GL master record. Let's go to the change mode. Currently we are on display mode. Click on this change mode. On the control data, what we need to do to keep this open item management activated, just we need to enable this checkbox. Enable this checkbox, click on save. Enable this checkbox, click on save. Are we able to convert this open item management now? Yes, we are able to convert. System did not give us any error message, which means if your GL account is created as non-open item management and if there are no postings, you can straight away convert this GL account as open item management. It will not stop you from activating it. Is this clear? System is not going to stop you if there are no postings. You are free to make any change in the open item management, either activate or deactivate. But once there are postings, this will become a little tricky part. So point number 1 can be activated. Point number 2, GL not activated as open item management, but there are postings. For which, let us take GL account number 2. Let me go to this GL account. For this GL account number 2, currently this is not open item management. We need a posting in this account. For which, what we discussed, you need one entry in this. But before you post an entry, make sure you are able to pull the report, and in the report there are no line items. GL account number ending with 2, click on execute. It is giving no items selected, which means there are no postings as of now. Let us make one posting to bring the account balance. For which we assumed we are not going to pass F-02 or FB50 debit credit manually. Our intention is to bring some value into the GL account, for which FB03 display document, click on document list, select any document type. Let's say I'll select SA, execute. There is one document I'm able to see. Copy this document number, look at the fiscal year. This is from 2022. Open another window, go to F-02. From this F-02, click on post with reference. Give that source document number, company code. That document belongs to year 2022. Press enter on the keyboard and just hit enter once again. Check if the periods are opened. Enter, enter, ignore all the amounts, whatever it is giving. So it has come up like this. Now what we need to do, we need to change the GL account. But once you simulate, once you come to this level, you are not able to change the GL account. If I want to change, if I double click on this, I will not be able to change this. Right, from this stage, I am unable to change it. So what we should do, whenever you are doing post with the clearing, you will be able to change only the first line item. Second line item, you will not be able to change it. Right? So I'll come back once again. Notice this carefully. Click on post with reference once again. Year 2022. Now first GL account is where you have to change. So our GL account which we want to change is this 231 all zeros. Put this GL account number here. Enter. Enter. Ignore all these messages. Now you are able to see this GL account OIM02 is debited. So what we need is one transaction in this GL account. Proceed to save this. Document is posted. Now let's go to this GL report. Go to list on the top. Click on refresh. Now you are able to see a document in this, and your GL account contains some balance. Let's verify at this stage that you have realized this GL account is supposed to be open item management, but somehow we missed out this and there are entries already posted. What we are going to do to activate this in ECC system? Assuming that we do not know how to do it, what we have done, let's try to go to GL master record and let's try to activate this here, open item management. Let's click on save icon here. When you click on save icon, system is telling you cannot change the open item management setting. See long text. Let's click on this long text by clicking on this question mark. If you click on this, it is telling this account does not have a balance of 0. Right? It is telling this account does not have a balance of 0. Point number 1. Point number 2, you cannot activate or deactivate open item management with this transaction. Which means to activate or to deactivate open item management, there is a different transaction or there is a different process. Now in ECC, anybody is aware how are we going to activate open item management? How do we activate in ECC? Anybody found anything? How to activate open item management in ECC? Now let's say there is one transaction code that you have to remember, which is your SE93. What is this transaction code? SE93. Remember this T code. This SE93 transaction code related to transaction codes. Let's go to SE93. If you go to SE93, this will give you the maintained transaction. Come to this and here you can start typing. This is all about your activation of open item management. Let me try FAGL and you will start receiving the transaction codes which are starting from this sequence that you are giving. Let me put FAGL underscore. The moment I put FAGL underscore, I am getting certain transactions in the drop down list. You are able to find FAGL underscore activate underscore OP. Can you see this? Let's just select this FAGL underscore activate underscore OP. Hit enter. And to test this, you will have an icon here called test or execute. You can run this transaction code by pressing F8 on the keyboard, or you can open one more screen, pass this transaction code and hit enter. I am clicking test or execute from this icon. This is how it is showing. Now switch to open item management. This is asking. You will have to select standard. What is our company code? It is GSK. Let's put GSK here. And GL account that we are talking about is 231 all zeros 2. Put this GL account number. You have test run, you have document type, account for transfer posting, perform reposting, cost objects you have, cost center, profit center and all. But what exactly are we going to do here? Now when you are converting this GL account into open item management, point number 1, you have to remember in the GL master this tick box should come. Is that correct? Expectation number 1, you need to make this open item management tick enabled. This is your point number 1. Point number 2, in this GL account as of now or currently, whatever the transactions that are already posted should become automatically open item managed. Currently, how many entries we have in this account?
1 entry.
Currently there is only one entry in this account. If you see, this is showing as line item entry, Because of this tick mark status, you are able to tell this is a line item entry. If you see this as a red circle, then this is called as open item entry. This entry as it is should become from line item to open item. In short, the status of this entry should become open item with a red circle. Nothing should change. You are not supposed to pass any accounting entry once again. To do that, let's come to this screen. You have switch on date. You have switch on date. Let's press F1 here. Right, if you press F1 here, activation date of open item management, you have the following options. You need to read this. In case if somebody is asking you these kind of points in your interview, or if you get this kind of a requirement in your project, in your assignment, you have to make sure you are very careful before converting this. Otherwise, we will get into unwanted troubles by doing these things in incorrect way. Now, if you enter a date that neither falls in the posting period nor matches the current date, system checks all the fiscal year variants for the ledger. If the fiscal year variants differ, the program is terminated. Right? If you give incorrect date, if you enter a date that neither falls on the posting period or nor matches the current date, which means if you give past date, if you give olden dates, it is not going to consider if the period is not current. Second one, if the date is same as the current date, system does not check the fiscal year variant. If you are going to run this on current date, which is today's date, it is not going to check fiscal year variant. If the date falls before the current date, it is changed to the date at the end of the period in which it falls. However, the activation date cannot fall after the current date, which means your activation date can be either current date or past date, but cannot be a future date. Let's close this, and I'm not going to do anything. I'll just execute as it is. I have given company code, GL account, switch on as current date. Let me click on execute. If you click on execute, you are getting a message, right? You will see the message counters here, or count here. 22 success messages are there. One warning message is there. There is one error message. Right, there is one error message. If you have any error message, system is not going to convert this account as open item management. You have to understand what is this error message and how we need to fix this error message. Now you have an error message which talks about specify an account with which to write off the balance. Let's open this question mark. The balance of the account does not equal 0. The appropriate amount has to be written off so that the balance of the account is 0. This is necessary because all the items posted before the date of the switch have to be cleared. It is telling I have to pass a reclassification entry. I need to take out the balance and then bring back the balance, for which system is expecting a GL account. Now here why it is expecting, because we have given this perform reposting. Let us remove this perform reposting option. Let's remove the perform reposting option and click on execute. If I click on perform reposting option, if I click on execute, are we still getting the error message?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right, if you remove the perform reposting, you are still getting the error message. Okay, now what we will do, what is the posting date of this document that we are currently seeing? On what date we posted? Posting date. Let me add posting date also here. I'll save it. Okay, what is the posting date? 9/12/2022. Let me give the same posting date there. I'll give the same posting date here. Switch to open item management on this posting date. Let me click on execute now. Are we still having error message?
Yes, sir.
You still have the error message. It is still telling specify an account with which to write off the balance. Okay, go back. Now let me give the date before this. Let's say on 8. One day before I'll give. Let me try to execute. Still we are getting the error message. Still there is error message or it disappeared.
Still there.
Error message is still there. Now how are we going to deal with this? You want to switch on, but it is asking you to do this. Let's say I'll put a document type SA. I'll put a document type SA. I'll click on execute now. Still you have the same error message. Now here there is one message coming. Date of the switch was changed to 31/12/2022. It is telling date of switch was changed to 31/12/2022. But what date are we giving? 8/12/2022. So if I give, let's say 8/11/2022, let me click on execute. Now you have any error messages? Is there any error message or it disappeared now?
Disappeared, sir.
Disappeared.
You see the error count has become 0. Now let me go back. I'll remove the document type. Okay, I'll execute once again. Do you have any error message?
No, sir.
No.
No,
Alright. Now
no.
the way you are playing with the dates, now the system, how it is behaving, is it changing or not? Right, all these times we were getting error messages just because of the date. Now when you look at this, when we opened this, system was clearly telling if the date falls on before the current date, it is changed to the date at the end of the period. Correct? If the date falls before the current date, it is changed to the date at the end of the period in which it falls. However, the activation date cannot fall after the current date, which means system is clearly telling if you are giving any date, which is not the current date, which means if you are giving the date in the past, system is going to take that particular month last date as the conversion date. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so that is what system is doing here. Even if you give 8/11, if you try to execute, it is taking the date as 30/11. Date of switch was changed to 30/11. Now on 30/11 we are not getting any error. If we give the previous month, you are not receiving any error, which means this GL account can be converted as open item management. On the other side, if I try to put this date in the current month, but before the first document posting date, let me run this. it is taking this month, which means the month in which you have given the closing date, which is 31st December 2022, and this is giving an error message. So what system is trying to do is, it is trying to check the date on which you want to convert the open item management. That particular month closing date it is going to consider. That particular month closing date it is going to consider. Point number one that you have to remember is, you have to look at the existing transactions in the open item managed GL account. If you look at the existing transactions in this GL account, look at the first document. Look at the first document when it was posted. When your first document was posted, you'll have to look at the posting date. This was posted on 9th December 2022. If you try to give the date after this, system is going to convert the open items from that date onwards. So you need to ensure the open item management is active from the date before your initial document is posted, so that from that date onwards, whatever the entries that are posted in your GL account will be converted into open item automatically by the system. Okay, now let me come back. I am going to give the previous month 8/11/2022. I am giving the test run. I am not giving any document type, any GL account. I am not ticking perform reposting. Let me execute. You just need to ensure that there are no error messages, there are no terminations. These two must be 0. Error count should be 0, termination count should be 0. Once these are done, just come back, remove the test run, click on execute. Okay, now when you click on execute, you are getting one information message. What system is trying to tell? It is telling correction node only possible in background due to long runtime. It is telling this program cannot be executed in the foreground. You must run this in the background. This is what the information that system is giving. Say OK, press enter on the keyboard. To execute any program or any report on the background, you need to go to top on the menu, click on program. You will find execute in background. Okay, you will find execute in background. Against this execute in background, there is a shortcut key on the keyboard, which is your F9. F8 is to execute in foreground, F9 is to execute in background. Select this execute in background, you will get this pop-up. Now remember, anything that you want to execute in SAP in background, it is the same step, it is the same things that you'll have to do. You will get the same screen for anything that you want to do it in background. It is going to ask output device, put LP01. Here we are writing LP01 manually, but when you're in a real environment, what we will do, you will add this LP01 as a default output device in your user profile, so that by default on this pop-up LP01 is filled up. If it is not there, use LP01. This is standard. Even in real time, you will be using output device as LP01. Put LP01, click on OK. You will get this information. Just ignore this, click on continue. And you will get this pop-up. On this pop-up, straight away click on immediate, because we want to run this immediately. If you want to schedule this maybe on a particular date at particular time, you will have to click on date and time. Normally we don't use any of this, we straight away use immediate. Click on immediate. Check once to ensure there are no errors. Click on save. When you click on save, you got a message. Background job was scheduled for program FAGL underscore switch underscore to underscore open underscore item. This is the job which was scheduled now. To see the scheduled jobs, option number 1, go to system on the menu bar. From system, if you go to services, under services you will find jobs. You'll have to click on job overview. If you want to see the job that is executed, this is one option. Let's click on this. Or the transaction code for this is SM37. SM37 is the T code to verify the jobs. Here you need to put the job name as a star, give the user ID who executed that batch, that job, and the date on which it was executed. We executed this today. Let's take today's date. Click on execute. Okay, you will get like this, but there are so many things that you are able to see here. And look at the time. This is your 8:30, 26:05. Scroll down, and this is your batch. This is the job that you have got. You'll have to look at this job description. This job description shows status as finished, and there is a spool here. This icon is represented as a spool. Select this. You can either double click on this or click on this display spool list. If you click on this, it is going to show something. Select this spool number, click on display content. Now whenever you want to verify any background job that is executed, the same steps you are going to execute for any job that is created for any purpose. Click on display content. This is how it is going to display. Now this is the log that system has created in the background, what was happened. Now let's close this. Next one, what I am going to do, currently if you look at this GL account, open item tick is disabled. Right, open item tick is disabled. We were on this screen before performing this change. Now the change was performed, background job was executed successfully. Let's come back, FS00. Let's go to bank overdraft account category. In that, the GL account was OIM02. Let's go to display mode. And if you go to control data, you will find open item management ticked now. You see this is ticked now.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now this is your step number 1 that we wanted to observe. The open item management tick is enabled. Option number 2, the existing postings that are already available in this GL account should become open item automatically. Currently there is one document 1 all zeros 1 1004 with status as tick mark, which is line item display. Now this has to become open item display with a red circle. To do that, let me go to list on the top. Let me refresh the report. Let's click on refresh. Now the status is updated to red. Correct? Now it has become from tick mark to red circle icon, which is the open item management GL line item. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you are going to activate open item management for a GL account which is currently not activated. Now what was the transaction code that we have used, and which is the T code that we have accessed to check the transaction codes?
FAGL underscore
SC93.
activate underscore OP.
SC93 and
SE93 to check the transaction codes.
yes,
Go to SE93. This is the T code. Copy this T code. This can be activated from T code this. Clear? can be activated from T code FHEL underscore activate underscore OP. Last one, there are postings but balance is 0. So in this, what we are going to do, we are going to put a different GL account with debit and credit for the same amount to ensure the account balance is 0. For which, let's consider the third GL account, which is this. For the third GL account, open item management is not enabled. Let's pass few entries in this. I'll take one entry F-02 post with clearing. Okay, 2022. GL account number should be 3. Enter, enter. And then save it. One document is posted. Let's verify the report now. Go back. GL account number ending with 3. Execute. You got 25,000 balance. Let's pass one more entry. Sorry. FHLL 03. What is it? GSK, right? Okay, this entry we have posted. Let me pass one more entry for the negative side. I am going to use same F-02 post with clearing previous document number year 2022. Here let me change that GL account to 3. Sorry. We need to take credit here because we already took a debit in the GL account. Debit, I'll keep the same account. Okay, I don't need this credit. I want the credit in our GL account. So what I'll do to remove this credit, I'll take the amount as 0. The moment I take the amount as 0, you get a message. Amount is 0, line item will be deleted. Yes, that is what our intention. We want to delete this line item and put our GL account as credit. This account. Put star, enter, and then proceed to save. Now let me refresh this GL report. The expectation is to show the GL account balance 0 but with postings. Is this correct? Your GL account contains the transactions but account balance is 0. Clear? Is this what we have written here? There are postings but balance is 0. If you look at this, there are postings, the account balance is 0. Let's verify in this case if system is allowing us to convert the open item management. Let's go to GL master FS00. Bank overdraft, GL account number 3, change mode, control data. Let's tick open item management, save it. This is giving an error message. Double click on the error message. This is giving account balance is 0. However, the account contains items. If you see, previous error message was different. Account contains the balance. But this is different. This is clearly telling your account balance is 0, but still there are accounting entries in the account. Correct? Which means in this case also you will not be able to convert open item management directly from the GL master. So what we need to do? We need to convert this from the same transaction code once again. Close this. Okay. To verify that transaction code is SE93, go to SE93. Here you type FAGL underscore. Select this FAGL underscore activate underscore OP. Take this, click on execute. Give your company code GL account ending with 3. Make sure you give the switch on date before the first document date. The first document was posted on so that we've created as user specific. If you don't remember that, you can give any date in the past. Let's say I'll give 2021. We know that we posted the entry in 2022, but I am just like that giving 2021 so that on this date there are no postings in the GL account. After this date, whatever the postings that are available will be auto converted into open item managed. Let's click on execute. We should not do the perform reposting. Run this. This is giving an error message. What is this error message? This error message is account 23all03 cannot be locked in company code GSK. This is probably because in this GL account master, I am on the change mode for this GL account. This is what system is talking about. Currently somebody is locking or editing this GL account master, so I cannot perform this change. So what I will do, I'll switch to display mode. I switched to display mode and let's go to this screen again. Come back. Let's execute once again. Now the error message disappeared. Correct? Now the small points also will create a problem. These small things, may not be striking our mind why the error is coming. Right? This error was coming because we are on the edit mode here. Because we are on the edit mode here, system is unable to perform the change there, but it is not able to give the right information, correct message to you. You have to understand you are not editing this screen anywhere. Since there is no error message here, we need to execute. We understood that this cannot be executed in the front end. This must be executed in the background. To execute any report or any program in the background, we must click on F9 on the keyboard or go to program, select execute in background. Take this. Output device should be what? It should be LP01.
LP01.
This is your dummy printer name in SAP. LP01 is nothing but dummy printer. It is not going to print anywhere. Otherwise, you will have to map the actual printer there so that when you click on OK, you will get a paper printed from your printer. Okay. Continue. Enter. This is always immediate. Click on save icon here. Now, this is the second time that you're doing. You don't need to check the log every time. Straight away go to the GL master. Make sure that the changes have reflected. Come to the GL master. First change the different GL, then come back to this GL. Right? If I come back to this GL, this is still not reflecting because when you are on this screen, these changes were not performed. To reflect the changes, you have to reopen FS00 so that this will give you the fresh data from the table. Go to bank overdraft, GL account number 3, display, control data. Now, did this become tick or untick? This is successful or not success? This is not successful, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is not successful. Now, point number 1 is not successful. Point number 2, these two line items are expected to be red symbol. Go to list, click on refresh. These are appearing as it is, which means nothing had happened with our background job. Let's go back to the job. It tells background job is executed, but there is a mistake that we have done. Can you identify what mistake I have done?
It is in test run, sir.
It is in test run. Clear? What is the mistake that I have done? I did not remove the test run. That is the reason it executed in the background but in a test run. To do the actual run or update run, remove the test run. Now go to program, click on execute in background. Right? These are all the common things that you will do that I will also do. Right? You will not remove the tick mark, but you keep on executing, you will keep on checking why this is not happening. These kind of errors, these kind of simple silly mistakes are quite common for everyone in the project. Enter. OK. Here it is immediate. Click on save. Now we have done this in the background without a test run, which means update run. Let's go to GL master now first. Let me display GL account number 2. Click on display. Now I'll come back to GL account number 3. Now if you see GL account number 3 tick mark is enabled, which means now this has worked properly. Correct? It has worked out properly now. Next one, let's go to the GL report. Currently there are 2 open items. What is the balance of these 2 open items? 0.
0.
Balance is 0. Let me go to list, click on refresh. Now the account balance is still 0, but the status of these 2 GL accounts have become open item. Right? Now is it clear how to activate open item management in ECC system?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now same thing let us try to do in S4 HANA system. Only the activation part first. Let me log out from ECC. Now I log into S4 HANA system. FS00. Here also let me create under bank overdraft only. I'll copy. This is 001, right? So I'll take 2. I am going to put open item management 1, and this will be not open item. Let's save this. Now I'll copy this, create two more GL accounts. Copy next number 3. Description, I'm going to make it 2. Save this. Last one, account number ending with 4. Open item management 3. Okay, to verify this, make sure you open one more window. Go to GL account line item display, FAGLL03. Give the first GL account, which is 3. Is this 3? First GL account ending with 2. 223 ending with 2. Let's click on execute. In this GL account, list contains no items or there are no postings in this GL account. If there are no postings in this GL account, in ECC what we did, straight away we were able to change the open item management setting from GL master FS00. Let's try to do the same thing from S4 HANA system. Let me go to FS00. I'll go to change mode. Control data. Let me activate open item management. I'll try to save it. Now data saved, which means same thing here. In S4 HANA also this can be changed. In ECC this can be changed. In S4 HANA also this can be changed without any changes. Second point, GL account is not activated but there are postings. Let's take one posting in the GL account. We'll be taking account number 3. Open one more window. Go to FB03. Give your company code. Click on document list. Take SA document or any document type. I'm just filtering to get less number of records on the output. Let's say I'll take this GL account, this document number. Open one more window. F-02. Post with reference. Document number year 2023. Enter. First GL account is what you can change. Second GL account you cannot change. So the GL account that we are talking about is 233 all zeros 3. Copy the GL number. Go to this posting screen. Replace the GL number and click on post. Document is posted. Let's go to the GL report. Come back. Now we are talking about GL number ending with 3. For this GL account number, click on execute. You will find one GL account. You'll find one GL account, and in this there is a posting. Account has a balance. Let's try to change open item management from the GL master. FS00. Go to change mode. Let's try to activate this and let us try to save it. If you try to save this, same error message we are getting. Let's expand this. Now here the message that you are seeing here is different. This transaction does not have a balance of 0. You cannot activate, deactivate open item management with this transaction. Same error we got even from ECC, but procedure it's a little different. It is talking about FHEL underscore activate underscore OP. This is the T code. Okay, let us go to the screen. On ECC, what we did, we went to SE93 T code. Here also let us go to SE93. Let's put FHEL underscore here also. If you put FHEL underscore here also, are we able to see this FHEL underscore activate underscore OP? Put this T code, click on execute. Now in this, you are getting a error message. Right? In S4 HANA system, this transaction code, it is telling FHEL underscore activate underscore OP is not supported in SFIN system, Simple Finance or S4 HANA Finance systems. Okay, close this. This T code is not available in S4 HANA. This was available only in ECC. Now the reason being, people will ask these kind of questions in your interview is to check whether you are really aware of these things or not. Right? Unless you work on these things practically, we will not be able to explain confidently. Now from the error message, if you see this T code we have tried, it is not working, but it is telling use the program. There is a hyperlink here. It is telling use the program. There is a hyperlink. Let me click on this hyperlink. If I click on hyperlink, I am getting a big message here. This is all theory content. Okay, so when you are free, you can read through this. Otherwise, you'll come to know which program to be executed. Let's close this because nowhere you are able to see the program name here. Nowhere you are able to see the program name. Okay, close this. Now to check any program, there is a transaction code called SA38. Option number 1, you can use SA38. Option number 2, you can use SE38. But as a functional consultant, it is recommended that you will be using SA38 because in some projects, you will not have access to SE38. When you put SE38, you may get a message, you are not authorized to use SE38. But you will be able to access SA38 in any project. Now open SA38. Here you will have to find out the program through which you will be able to activate the open item management. Anybody is able to get the program name? Now these program names, it is not possible for us to remember. You will be googling these programs. When you Google program to activate open item management for GL account in SAP, you will get the program name. Right? Let me type open to check if we get anything with this. No, it's not giving any such thing related to this. Anybody remember the program name? Anybody know? Yes, no? Can somebody check program to activate open item management in S4 HANA? Got it? Anyone?
Finance underscore switch to open items.
What is it? ZFINS
Switch
don't know what is that.
underscore.
FINS underscore switch has it. Switch underscore to underscore open underscore item. Are we able to find? It's not coming, right? Let me press enter. If I try to execute, it is telling this does not exist. So what I'll do, I'll simply try to put star open star. I'll click on F4. So this is what you got. Now here you are able to see something. Activate open item management for accounts managed on line item managed. You see this? What is this program? FAGL underscore switch underscore to underscore open underscore item. Correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Right? This is the program. If I try to execute, this also is not working. I'm not able to go inside with this also. Then this is also wrong. Go to SA38. Now your Google is telling what? Let me tell. Open again. F4. FINS underscore switch. Let me select this. Enter. Click on execute. Now this is working. But this is coming in a different language. Correct? It is working, but this is coming in a different language. Go back. I'll put switch. I'll click on F4. Let me try to find here. Control F. Open. Now you will find only two things here. One is FHEL, the other one is FINS. Which one to be used? Or any other program name you are able to find from Google? FHEL is not working. Where is that FHEL? This is here. Find out. Try to find out. You will get it.
Sir, it's RF SEPPA 03
Correct.
to switch off and
Those are correct
02 is
programs. RF, SEPA,
02 for switch on and 03 for switch off. It's RF.
sorry. Okay, this is the program. Okay, RF SEPA02. Now let's copy this program. To execute, you need to click on this icon. Click on execute. It is telling function is not available. We are getting a message. function is not available. What to do? Let's go to SA38 once again. RFSE, you just hold on, it will give all the program names which are starting from this. We are looking to activate open item management. Switch on open item management by changing master record. Let's select this, enter, click on execute. Function is not available. Okay, let's click on this error message. Okay, function cannot be executed. Close this, exit. Let's go to SE38. Let's put the same program. Click on execute from this. Same message you are getting from here. What is the other option to change this? We are getting error messages.
In SC38 can try finance underscore switch open item, sir.
Okay, I'll go to SA38. Which one?
SC38.
SE38. Okay.
Yeah. Finance underscore switch underscore this. Not Z, sir.
Not Z.
Remove Z.
Okay. Okay, let me click on execute from this. Now this is coming, but this is coming in a different language. This is coming in a different language. This is because of the program written in this. The language is not changed. Because of this is a test environment. Right? Now this is correct one. We can use this even from SA38. Let's go to SA38. Let's put this same program. Click on execute. You are able to get this. Now first one is your, if you are not able to understand, just click on drop down. You will understand this is your GL account. We need to put the GL account to which we want to activate this. We know the GL account which is this. Let's ensure we are on the display mode to avoid any kind of locking errors. Okay, I'll switch to display mode. And this is the GL account we want to convert. Come here, put this GL account. Company code in which we want is DEIN. Next one is your date on which you want to convert. Same logic, you'll have to look at the postings. You have to take the date before the first posting. If you look at this, the first posting date is 7/5/2023. You must give the date before that. So as always, on the safer side, you always give the last month of the first posting. If it is on 7/5/2023, let us give 4th month 2023. Let's come here. I'll give 4th month 2023. Let's say 30th April 2023. Clear? This is your test run. Click on execute. Here there will be two radio buttons. First radio button is for activation. Second radio button is for deactivation. One is to activate open item management. Two is to deactivate open item management. We are clicking on the first radio button, which is activate open item management. Let me click on execute on the test run. Let me run this. There is some error message which we are not able to understand because it is not coming in English language. Enter. Execute once again. GL account, company code. Okay, or I'll remove the date. Click on execute. Now if I remove the date, is this working in S4HANA?
Yes, sir.
In ECC we were giving the date, but in ECC we did not try without the date, correct? Come back. Now I am going to remove the test run. As usual, click on execute in background F9. Same thing, LP01. Continue. OK. Immediate. Save. These things will not change on any screen. Point number 1, for the verification, go to GL master. First change to other GL account and come back to your GL account to make sure the open item tick has come. Now if you see, open item tick has come, correct? Open item tick is now enabled. Second point, when you refresh this GL report, this line item tick should become open item tick. Go to list on the top, click on refresh. Is this converted to open item? Clear? Clear how we did this on S4HANA?
Yes, sir.
On S4HANA we did using a program. This program is, let me put this in the Excel sheet. This is the program.
But there is no T code for that one.
There is no T code for this. If you want a T code, we can get a T code created with the help of ABAP consultant. Okay, ABAP consultant will convert this program, or he will assign this program into a transaction code. Normally this is not executed by the end user. This is executed by the consultant. This is a consulting role. Clear?
Yes.
Activation part we have seen. In deactivation part, will you be able to work out? Or for one GL
Yes, sir.
account, we will do it in S4HANA system, or for the same GL account, I'll show the deactivation part. Okay, let's say the same GL account now. Currently it is open item management. Let's say by mistakenly we activated open item management. We have to remove this. By mistakenly we put this account as open item. Now we need to remove it. To do that, same thing. Go to the same program, because in S4HANA same program is used for activation and deactivation. First radio button is for open item activation. Second one is to open item deactivation. Let's tick on this deactivation symbol. same GL account, same company code, test run, execute. Right? Deactivation successful. Go back. Remove test run, F9, output device LP01. Continue. OK. Save. Sorry. Immediate. Save it. Now if I refresh the report, this red symbol should become tick symbol, line item symbol. Let's go to list, click on refresh. Now this has changed to line item again, non-open item, correct? Right, this is about your deactivation. Let's go to ECC now. /n, exit. Let me log into ECC. How did we find out in ECC SE93? FAGL star F4. Wherever you want to find, just put star and then F4. You have activation of open item management, or simply put open. Find. You have activation of open item management, but there is no deactivation of open item management. Okay, let's close this. Now, how are we going to deactivate open item management in ECC system? Anyone? How do you deactivate open item management in ECC system? Let's say for this, we'll try to deactivate. Deactivation from this, it is not possible, right? It is giving the same message which we got for activation. How we are going to deactivate open item management in ECC? In S4HANA, yes, it is the same program for both activation and deactivation. What about ECC? Anyone? How you are going to do it? Anyone? Any hint?
Sir, there is a
Can we do
program,
in same code?
but when we execute that, it says do not use that report to set up the open item management. So instead of that, create new account with correct account assignment, and we need to post item to new account.
Okay. So in S4HANA, what was the program that we were using? This RFSEPA. No, these programs are not available here. Let's go to SA38. These are not coming here. Any other leads? Anyone? Try to find out. Check. You have to understand at least how to check different things on Google. No idea? We have seen how to do it in S/4HANA, right? Then how to do it in ECC. Try, find out. There should be one solution, right? It cannot be that it is not possible. C38. Now you will find this something here. What do you find? Which program? RFSEPA03. Click on this, execute, enter. Click on this. Do not use this report to set up the open item management for the account. Create a new account with the correct account assignment. Post your items to the new account. If you want to use the original account number, you should bring the account balance to 0, change the account assignment and repost the items to the account. You can remove the old items by archiving the documents. In ECC, is this possible to change this? What is the solution? What is SAP is telling in ECC? It's telling do not use this program. Instead, SAP is recommending create a new GL account with the correct account assignment. Post your items to the new account. If you want to use the original account number, you should bring the account balance to 0, change the account assignment and repost the items to the account. Anybody understood this?
Yes, sir. First of all, we have to carry forward the balance of that GL to a new GL. Then after that, we have to nullify the. Means we have to make the GL balance as 0. Then after that, we have to execute this program and change it from open item to means we will unselect the open item checkbox, sir.
Correct. So what we ideally have to do, let me show you here. Okay, this is the GL account we are talking about. Let me run this report. FAGLL03. How many entries we have currently in this? How many
One
entries we have? You have
One.
one entry. Now the intention is to deactivate open item management. First, let me go to this GL master. Change mode. I'll try to deactivate. Let me try to save it. I'm getting an error message. So I'll not be able to save it. So I'll switch to display mode. First thing, what we need to do, we need to make the account balance 0. To make the account balance 0, you have to park this account balance into a temporary GL account. For which, what I'll do, I'll use F-05 post with clearing. With today's date, I am going to take currency as INR. Now this account contains a debit balance. So I am going to take posting key 40. You take the GL account where you want to park this GL account or this entry currently. Normally these kind of things you will be using any kind of clearing account. So for now I am going to use this account 231 all zeros, 231 all zeros. Here is where I am going to take this amount. GSK. Number range is missing. One sec. FBN1. GSK interval Okay, what I'll do, let me pass in the 2022 only. I think this entry is in 2022. Let me pass in 2022 only. 22. So that will not get that error.
Sir, this transaction code is nothing for foreign currency valuation.
Sorry. What I said, post with clearing F-04.
Yes.
Okay. Let me take this document date. When this was actually posted. Header. This was posted on 9/12/2022. So that will not get the exchange rate, the other errors. Okay. Alright, we are not getting any error messages. Posting key 40. Park this account. Balance in a GL account 231 all zeros 2. So I'll take this. Currently this GL account contains a debit balance. We have to take this debit balance into some other account because we need to credit this GL account to make it 0. So debit I am taking into a temporary account. Enter. Take the correct amounts. Click on display. This is your 25,000. Put 25,000. Profit center. If anything is assigned, let's take the same profit center. Nothing is there. No profit center is assigned. Let's leave it. And next go to choose open item. Account is your 231 all zeros 2. Copy this account number. Put this here. Enter. The entry GSK is missing in table T043S. 231 all zeros 2. So let's open this T043S, SE16N, T043S. Tolerances for GL accounts are missing. Okay, let's go to what is the tolerance for GL account? OBA is 0.
OBM.
OBA, of course.
Click on new entries. GSK, just maintain this. Click on save. Okay, tolerance is now created. Let's click on enter once again. Now it's allowing us to go further. This entry has come. Click on save. Exchange rate accounts are incomplete for this. Let's simulate and simulate once again. Exchange rate accounts are incomplete for 231 all zeros 2. Otherwise, instead of clearing, what I'll do, I'll pass a negative entry. This is one way. Let me pass in the other way. F-02 directly. On the same date 9/12, posting key 40 to this account, 25,000, and straight away posting key 50 to the original account, 231 all zeros ending with 2. Enter. Same amount. You can pass entries in a different ways. Simulate. If you see, now I'm not getting any error messages. Post it. But in the previous screen I was getting error message. Now let me run this report. It should become 0. Now is the account balance 0? Correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Account balance has become 0. Let me come to this GL master. Change mode. Let's remove this. Click on save. If the account balance is 0, still system is not able to allow. Correct? Account balance is 0, but still it is not allowing us to remove it. Okay. Close this. Let us check if you are able to clear this GL account. F-03, clear GL account 231 all zeros 2, clear on 9/12/2022, 09/12/2022, enter, enter, number range 02 is missing. Okay. Maximum sessions are reached. FBN1, GSK, number range is locked. Okay, this is already open here. I'll put 02/2022, 102 all zeros until 102 all lines. Enter. Let me press enter here now. It's already maintained. Still it is not reading. F-03 once again.
So the number range I think was not created, sir. It was overlapping.
Oh, okay. Okay, now it is saved. Let me proceed. Account is locked. So this account locked is because of GL master. Let me come to display mode here. Take this, save. Now come back, hit enter. Let's see if you are able to pass this entry to clear this. This is giving exchange rate accounts are incomplete for 231 all zeros 2. Same error which we were getting from post with clearing OB09 GSK1 new entries. This GL account is 231 all zeros 2. Any one expense account I am going to write. Just ignore the GL accounts. I am just giving for the purpose of passing that entry. Okay, now let me simulate and I'll try to post it. Now entry is posted. If we refresh this now, account balance has become 0. There are no open items. Let me verify if I can change the GL master now. Change mode. Remove the open item. Click on save. Is this allowing or still not?
Still not.
Not allowing, sir.
It is not allowing still. Double click on this message. This is the message number that you are getting, FH190. If it is not allowing, you'll have to check if you are able to change the message status. To change any message status or message control, what is the T code? OB A5. You have to go to OB A5. In the message, you are getting, what is this? FH190. First 2 digits is your message class. Put FH, enter, and message number is your 190. Add a new entry, number 190. If you put 190, it is asking, let's make this as warning, W. Here also let's put warning. Now you are able to see this error message number under FH. Earlier it is giving an error message. Now we are changing that error to warning, WW. Click on save. Okay, now we converted that error into a warning message. Let's go inside this GL master now. Enter. Let's keep as it is. Display mode. Now go to change mode once again. This time let's try to remove the open item management. Click on save. Now is this allowing you to save? Enter. Are we able to save now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now is this practically as simple as easy as we see on the Google or as you see by looking at the T code, or it requires or it contains different scenarios in it? Right. Are we supposed to be very careful when you're dealing with these kind of things when you're in a project, or just like that we can execute by watching a YouTube video or a Google content? Can we do just like that?
No, sir. You have to be
Strictly not recommended.
No, sir.
You are supposed to perform this activity in the test environment, probably in the development system, quality system. Once everything is fine, only then you will be executing these activities in the production system. Right? When somebody is asking these kind of questions, it is not that their intention is only to know in which T code, in which program you are able to activate, deactivate. They expect you to explain all the points that we have seen. Are you sure that you will be able to deactivate a GL account in ECC system? If you tell yes, are we correct? If you tell yes, you will be able to deactivate? No, you have to tell all the points that we have done now. In ECC, system will not allow us to deactivate. The only option is you need to pass a reclassification entry, change the GL account master data. Again, bring back those entries into the GL account. But in S4HANA, it is not like that. You can easily activate, deactivate open item management. These points you have to practically explain. Even if somebody is asking you the changes between ECC to S4HANA, this is one of the changes that you will have to talk about. Clear? So likewise, there will be different things which we will be practically experimenting on the system. But I want everybody to put your effort to find out at least some information. Okay? So that it will be more easier for you to understand, because you would have done some research, you would have done some experiment on the system before we discuss collectively. Okay, any questions on this, whatever we have done so far?
Sir, in the real environment, who does the background job every time?
If it is a report related thing, end user will only be able to run it in the background. He will be able to pull the data from SM37. But if it is related to these kind of things, changing or activation of open item management, some kind of things, as a consultant, you will be doing it. Execution of
Sir,
background
does
job
the
and checking the background job can be done by both end user and by the consultant, provided you have the access to the respective transaction.
Sir, does the basis team has any effect? I mean, a role over here in background jobs?
They will be monitoring the background jobs to ensure that if there are any runtime errors, if there are any dumps in the runtime, your background jobs. Sometimes what will happen, if there are any errors, your jobs will get failed.
Okay.
Okay, if there are any background jobs which are not scheduled due to any reason, maybe server is down or any other reason, the basis team will be monitoring the background jobs. If there are any errors, they will alert the respective user who created that job.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Alright then, let me stop the recording.